Welcome to the jungle. So, I had this revelation just because on Facebook I follow a number of, vegan channels, some Lyme disease people who are experimenting with things and with myself as well. I'm on day 14 of the Master Cleanse, plus amino acids and grape juice. I'm killing it. Not craving. I just watched the Vegan Expo on like vegan junk food. Vegan junk food's so good these days. I'm not craving it at all. But feeling really good, getting crazy stuff out, doing good. But I wanted to mention this because I saw on one of those Facebook pages a couple people had talked about getting really hungry. And like with all this, you have like Dr. Morse and people like that, and some people like, I think fasting can be a way to heal, but you can't just go like half the day not eating enough calories and then catching up. I guess they call that like intermittent fasting. That may work for non-vegans because you have those people, non-vegans have putrefying proteins in their belly that they can live off of. But like vegans don't because our food passes through us so much more. So we're going to wreck our adrenals if we intermittent fast. The main message is I don't think vegans should intermittent fast. Like if you switch, I could see the benefits of if you had like maybe for transitioning, if you have diet like a issue of some sort. I'm not telling you to do this, but like maybe a couple days of a water fast to kind of regenerate the system, but that's like a chosen time period. And this whole like, oh, well, I don't know, I'm gonna try to fast today, but then I'm gonna get hungry and then I'm gonna eat. I'm gonna wind up eating just like 1,000 calories a day. Stop skipping breakfast if you're a vegan. And like when I have skipped breakfast because I was having a really hard time mentally just sticking with my fasting routine for a while or my eating routine for a while. So I was almost intermittent fasting because I felt like I was like if I was waiting to start my like oh gosh my like caloric intake that I basically for the day it was like if I was shortening my time period of when I was eating, then it was like easier to make it through the day on the foods that I need because my skin is just in terrible condition because of that prescription drug that I took. So, but when I did that, when I skipped breakfast and then I ate lunch, vegan, and dinner, like by dinner time, I was just like really, really hungry. And I feel like the people who quit being vegan were into this whole, well, I know they were into water fasting, so like I really didn't feel any benefit from water fasting. I felt really dried out from water fasting, and I've had a bloated belly from water fasting, I feel. So, um, unless you have something really, really, really going on, I'm not really big fan of water fasting. And even me, I have stuff going on that I've been fixing, but I was not helped by water fasting. And people who took that prescription drug Accutane, even the water fasters, like they've noticed weird effects from people who took that. Don't water fast. Eat breakfast. Don't intermittent fast because it's in like really like they've done studies on fasting like it's really just basically they're removing the animal products like they've tested high calorie veganism versus water fasting and they had the same health benefits. Now I love raw till 4, that's my favorite. So wish I could have been more succinct at the beginning, but I think that a lot of people's issues with quitting veganism, with being too hungry, with not having enough energy, really, really look at water fasting or intermittent fasting, skipping breakfast as this issue. I don't think that we should be skipping breakfast. We have to get our metabolism going, get our day off to the right start energetically. And I would say for me, I try to eat an hour or less after waking up. I don't necessarily feel exactly hungry as soon as I wake up, but within a half hour, I think I want to be eating, because if we go too long, our adrenals will suffer, and even maybe our thyroid, and definitely our mental state. So, it's different for us. Like other people, they have like very much a slow release, and it's not healthy for you to have this slow release of like fermenting and putrefying amino acids throughout your body and your blood. But that's why they feel better when they intermittent fast, because they're not re-putting in more eggs and more bacon or turkey or chicken. It's all protein and fat. The fat too. Everybody talks about protein not being able to digest and to putrefy. The fat is probably even worse. It putrefies, clogs the insulin receptors, and so when they don't eat that, they skip breakfast, intermittent fasting, they feel better. But it's not the same for vegans, because we don't have that putrefying and rotting amino acid profile in our system. So then we have to rely on our adrenals, and our metabolism can get messed up if we skip breakfast because of that, because our body, we like sort of will freak out a little bit. So yeah, stop skipping breakfast, and carb up, go Rato 4, go vegan, eat lots of fruit. Fruit's the best, man. Eat fruit.